Have you felt it? That sudden, inexplicable surge in your veins, a phantom heartbeat echoing in the dead of night, urging you to run, to fight, to conquer, even when your weary body screams for rest. You are not merely restless tonight. You are resonating with the frequency of a celestial ignition. Welcome to the ancient dream narrator on this precise moment. The cosmos shifts its gears with deafening silence. Mars, the great cosmic warrior, the crimson harbinger of action, crashes through the gates of its own domicile, Aries. This is not a gentle return. It is a primal awakening. It is the absolute 0 point of the zodiac catching fire. Yet, look below. Look to the foundations beneath your feet. As the sky blazes with martial intent, the moon anchors itself in the stoic, unyielding bedrock of Capricorn. We are currently caught in the crossfire of the universe, suspended between the spark that desires to burn down the forest and the mountain that refuses to move. To the untrained eye, traditional astrology might simply call this a clash of fire and earth. But when we look through the 90-degree dial, observing the hidden mathematical architecture of the heavens through the Uranian lens, the true narrative is revealed. It lies hidden within the precise geometry of the trans-Neptunian bodies and the ancient asteroids. As Mars ignites the Aries point, it does not stand alone. It is forming an exact razor-sharp planetary picture with Vulcanus, the Uranian hypothetical point of mighty volcanic force. Vulcanus does not whisper, it roars. It takes the Martian spark and magnifies it into an uncontrollable inferno. It is the energy of a pressurized geyser, demanding release. This is why your mind races. This is why sleep feels like a surrender your nervous system is fiercely resisting. Simultaneously, this alignment activates the midpoint axis of Hades and Kronos. Hades governs the underworld, the ancient past, the deep subconscious debris. Kronos demands absolute authority and mastery. When the raw, unadulterated fire of Mars touches this axis, it illuminates the darkest caverns of our ancestral memory. It wakes up the dormant archetypes of the collective unconscious. This is not just everyday stress you are feeling. This is the awakening of ancient, primal drives. The warrior archetype within your very DNA is remembering how to fight. If left ungrounded, this frequency manifests in the twilight hours as fragmented, exhausting dreams of pursuit, of falling, of fighting invisible enemies. We must also look to the sacred geometry of the asteroids to find our remedy. Vesta, the keeper of the eternal sacred flame, sits in quiet observance of this explosive transit. Vesta is the key. She reminds us that not all fires are meant to consume and destroy. The most powerful fires are those contained within the hearth, utilized to warm, to forge, and to sustain life. Vesta asks you to take this volcanic, Martian explosion and channel it into quiet devotion. And then there is the crucial anchor, Admetos. In the Uranian system, Admetos represents the absolute depth, the deepest roots, the point of total stillness and immense endurance. As the moon moves through the dense earth of Capricorn, it triggers the Admetos frequency. Admetos is the cold, compacted earth that can absorb the shockwave of Mars and Vulcanus. It represents the profound biological necessity of stopping, of breathing, of sinking so deeply into the earth that no cosmic storm can uproot you. This April 9th alignment is a paradox of monumental proportions. You are being handed the explosive power of the cosmos, the sheer, unrelenting drive of Mars in Aries, amplified by the heavy machinery of the outer universe. Yet the cosmic mandate, delivered by the Capricorn moon and the stillness of Admetos, is not to run into battle. It is to sit with the fire. It is to let the flame burn in the absolute stillness of the night. If we do not ground this energy, it consumes us. It becomes the insomnia that plagues the modern mind. But if we channel it, if we use the discipline of Capricorn to build a stone hearth for this Martian fire, it becomes the greatest source of life force imaginable. You are here because your soul recognizes this friction. You have found your way here, not by chance, but by a visceral need to harmonize the roar of the sky with the silence of your spirit. Tonight, we will not fight the warrior energy. We will not suppress the fire. Instead, we will forge it. We will use the ancient wisdom of the stars to anchor your spirit deep into the core of the earth. Prepare to descend. Prepare to tame the flame. Let the cosmic fire warm your bones, but let the earth claim your mind. Close your eyes. Listen to the echoes of the deep. To truly understand this frequency, to comprehend the sheer weight of this celestial fire that burns in the night sky, we must step away from the endless rushing of the modern world. Let us journey back deep into the mists of antiquity, to a time when gods and archetypes walked the earth in the flesh. Let us travel to the edge of a forgotten ancient forest and sit quietly by the solitary campfire of the warrior, resting under the watchful crimson gaze of Aries. On the very eve of a great battle, listen to the ancient pines shifting slowly in the night breeze. Hear the hypnotic crackling of dry wood surrendering to the flame. Here, in the heart of the wilderness, surrounded by shadows, the air is thick with anticipation. Yet, there is a profound, unexpected silence. When the waking mind speaks of the mythological warrior, when we invoke the spirit of the war god, we often conjure chaotic images of clashing iron, of unsheathed swords, and the deafening, frantic roar of conflict. But the ancients understood a much deeper, quieter truth. The true essence of the warrior archetype, the pure, unadulterated spirit of inner courage, is not found in the chaotic swing of a blade. It is found right here, in the absolute, unwavering stillness of the night before. The warrior sits alone before the hearth. His armor, forged from dark, heavy metal, rests beside him on the damp earth, reflecting the dancing orange light of the embers. He is a master of his craft, a creature of action. But tonight, his hands are empty. His breath is deep, measured, and slow. In this sacred liminal space between the known past and the uncertain dawn, the warrior knows that the greatest battle is not fought on the muddy fields of tomorrow. The true war, the only one that truly matters, is fought right here within the echoing, cavernous chambers of his own mind. He gazes intently into the heart of the fire. The flames twist, leap, and fall, mimicking the anxieties, the doubts, and the primal fears that attempt to claw at his resolve. He watches the sparks rise into the inky blackness of the night sky, glowing brightly for a brief second before dissolving into nothingness. He allows the fire to act as a mirror to his soul. He does not suppress his fear. The wise warrior knows that to bury fear is to give it power to grow in the dark. Instead, he invites his shadows into the light of the campfire. He observes his apprehension of mortality, his dread of failure, and he watches them burn. The fire before him is not a destructive force tonight. It is an alchemical furnace. It purifies. It burns away the trivialities, the whispers of the ego, and the mental noise, leaving only the hardened, gleaming steel of pure intent. This is the ancient art of spiritual preparation. He understands that to move with lethal precision tomorrow, his mind must be as calm and reflective as an undisturbed mountain lake. He must become hollow, an empty vessel through which the divine, martial energy of the cosmos can flow without the friction of his own doubts. With every slow exhale, he releases the tight tension coiled deep within his muscles, letting it sink into the ground. With every deep inhale, he draws in the grounding ancient wisdom of the earth beneath him. The fire warms his skin, reminding him of the vibrant life force that beats fiercely within his chest. But his core remains untouchable, rooted in an icy, unshakable calm. He makes peace with his fate. In completely surrendering the illusion of control, he gains absolute power over himself. As the logs break down and the embers begin to glow with a deep, mesmerizing crimson, perfectly matching the hue of Mars high above. The warrior closes his eyes. He has faced the darkest corners of his own psyche and emerged whole. The campfire dwindles, leaving a comforting, radiant warmth that sinks deep into the forest floor. He drifts into sleep, not as a man fleeing reality, but as a spirit gathering its immense strength. He crosses the threshold into the dream world, carrying with him the purified, sacred fire of his resolve, ready to discover what messages await in the dark. If you were to ask where the great heroes of antiquity have gone, where the legendary warriors, the mythic kings, and the brave, forgotten explorers of the ancient world have vanished too, you need not look to the dusty pages of history books or the crumbling ruins of lost empires. You need only look behind your own closed eyelids every single night. They are there. They live on, breathing, fighting, and waiting patiently in the vast, uncharted landscapes of your own dreams. The great psychoanalyst Carl Jung understood this profound, silent truth. He mapped the deepest, most shadowy oceans of the human mind and brought light to the collective unconscious, a hidden, subterranean realm where the ancient, shared memories of all humanity reside. Within this sacred inner architecture live the archetypes, the primordial blueprints of the human soul. And tonight, as the fiery crimson light of Mars blazes overhead, it acts as a piercing cosmic beacon, shining directly into the very depths of your psyche. It stirs the waters. It awakens the dormant archetype of the warrior within you. When this high-frequency, martial fire energy floods our subconscious realm, the mind begins to translate this celestial heat into a vivid, symbolic language. You may have noticed a distinct shift in your nocturnal visions lately. The fragile boundaries between your waking logic and your sleeping soul begin to blur, giving rise to intense, visceral imagery. Perhaps in the quiet hours of the night, you have found yourself dreaming of fire. You might see shimmering golden flames dancing in an empty room, a raging forest fire consuming dead, ancient wood. Or perhaps you are simply holding a solitary, glowing torch while navigating a labyrinth of cold shadows. Do not be frightened by these burning visions. In the ancient esoteric traditions of dream interpretation, seeing fire is rarely a harbinger of destruction. It is instead the ultimate symbol of spiritual alchemy and necessary transformation. The subconscious is painting a picture of the burning away of your old, outgrown self. The fire in your dreams is the raw, unrefined energy of your own potential, urging you to forge a new path. It is your life force demanding to be acknowledged and utilized. Or perhaps, under this heavy, pressurized Martian influence, you experience the frantic, breathless dreams of pursuit. You may find yourself running endlessly through corridors that never end, trying desperately to reach a destination that keeps slipping further and further away into the fog. You might feel a desperate urgency, a panic to catch a departing train, or the deeply frustrating, paralyzing sensation of trying to run forward while your legs feel as though they are encased in deep, heavy mud. You may even find yourself locked in a physical struggle, grappling with faceless figures, shadow beings, or invisible forces in the dark. Listen closely to me. These are not mere nightmares, weary traveler. They are not the random, meaningless firings of a tired, stressed brain. They are profound, mystical messages from the deepest, wisest part of your eternal soul. When you dream of struggling against these shadowy figures, you are actually witnessing your own inner resistance. You are literally fighting against the unacknowledged fears, the societal conditioning, and the self-doubts that keep you small in your waking life. When you dream of rushing, of desperately trying to arrive, your subconscious is violently shaking your spirit awake. It is a divine inner voice screaming a singular vital command. Take action. It is telling you that the time for passive waiting, for hesitation, and for hiding in the shadows is over. The celestial fire of Mars has granted you the courage. But you alone must take the physical step. That heavy, slow motion feeling in your legs is your soul's vivid way of showing you exactly how your own waking hesitations are weighing you down. The warrior archetype within you is tired of sleeping. It wants to stand. It wants to build. Remember the stoic, grounding earth of the Capricorn moon we spoke of earlier. Your subconscious is handing you this fiery Martian sword, not to cause chaos or destruction, but to cut clearly through the illusions and procrastinations of your waking life. It is pleading with you to take that burning, restless energy and ground it into something real, something tangible, something that will last. Listen to the slow drum beat in the distance. It is the rhythm of your own heart, aligning perfectly with the courage of the ancients. Embrace the fire of your dreams. Let the heat of these nocturnal symbols warm your spirit and prepare you for the dawn. For the messages have been delivered. The path has been illuminated by the flames of your own mind. And now it is time to rest, so that tomorrow you may finally rise, awakened, and act. And now, weary traveler, the time for profound rest is upon us. You have witnessed the celestial clash. You have sat by the warrior's fire, and you have deciphered the ancient blazing symbols of your own deep mind. The message has been received. The inner warrior is awake, watchful, and deeply calm. There is no more need to run. There is no more need to fight in the dark. It is time to let the heavy, comforting blanket of the Capricorn earth wrap around your spirit. Listen to the slow, steady rhythm of my voice. Let it become the anchor for your drifting thoughts. With every word I speak, feel the fiery, restless energy within you, that vibrating Martian heat. Begin to gently subside. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, drawing the cool night air deep into your lungs. Hold it for a brief, silent moment, and slowly exhale, letting a soft sigh escape your lips. With that breath, release the tension held tightly in your jaw. Let the muscles around your eyes completely soften. Let the heavy weight of the day roll completely off your shoulders, melting away into the darkness. Imagine now that you are standing barefoot on a patch of ancient, moss-covered earth. The ground beneath you is cool, solid, and incredibly old. It is the unyielding foundation of the Capricorn moon. Feel the absolute certainty of the earth beneath the soles of your feet. It supports you completely. It asks nothing of you. It only offers its immense, silent strength. Visualize a faint, glowing crimson light at the very center of your chest. This is your inner fire, the spark of Mars, the courage of the ancient warrior we spoke of. But it is no longer a wild, consuming inferno. It has become a small, perfectly controlled flame, like a single, radiant ruby glowing warmly in the dark. As you take another slow, deliberate breath in, imagine that you are sending a heavy, golden cord down from your body, down through the soles of your feet, deep into the cool earth, down, down through layers of rich soil, through ancient buried roots and solid bedrock, down until it reaches the very core of the planet, anchoring you completely to the silent, immovable heart of the world. You are entirely secure. You are deeply grounded. Now, with your next exhale, imagine that small crimson flame in your chest beginning to gently radiate its warmth. But this heat does not rise to your racing mind. Instead, it flows downward. Follow the warmth as it travels slowly down your spine, relaxing every nerve, soothing every muscle. It flows down through your hips, down your legs, and deep into the roots you have planted in the earth. You are taking the fierce, aggressive fire of the cosmos and turning it into a slow, sustained, and comforting warmth. You are forging the raw energy of action into the quiet, enduring power of deep rest. The sky above may rage with the clash of planets, but down here, in the sanctuary of your own being, there is only profound, absolute stillness. Allow the darkness behind your eyes to deepen. The shapes and symbols of the dream world are fading away, replaced by a vast, quiet emptiness. The fire is now just a gentle, rhythmic hum of vitality, keeping you safe and warm through the long night. There is nothing left to do. There is nowhere left to go. The warrior has laid down his armor, and the fire has become a bed of glowing, peaceful embers. Surrender entirely to the heavy, comforting pull of sleep. Let go. Let go completely and drift away into the ancient, silent dark. Sleep well, traveler, until we meet again in the waking world. Good night.